Hello everyone, my name is Joni Phelps and I'm the SNAP-Ed Senior Assistant for Caldwell County. Today's recipe is going to be Triple Berry Crisp. It's one of my favorite recipes, super easy to make and so delicious for your whole family to enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed our last week's recipe. That is one of my all-time favorites, and Ashley White, our Family Consumer Science agent, always does a fantastic job cooking it. So today, we've been learning about berries, all about berries. Berries are delicious, berries are nutritious, and also they're so healthy for us. Right now is the time for a lot of our berries to be in season, especially our blackberries. So today's recipe consists of strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. So here's our recipe for today. I've added far as 1 3/4 cups of blackberries, 1 3/4 cups of strawberries, and 1 3/4 cups of blueberries. I've mixed them already in our bowl here. You can either use fresh, but if you want to try this recipe during the wintertime and you don't have fresh berries, that's okay because you still can use frozen. Frozen is just as delicious as they are frozen, and they still hold their nutritional value. Also, we will be using 3 teaspoons of just regular granulated sugar. So, I'm going to take our sugar, I've already measured it out, I'm going to sprinkle it over our berries. And then it calls for us to mix them up. These berries are so pretty together, mixed together. Very colorful. Okay, I'm going to set these berries aside and show you far as what the top mixture is going to consist of. So I've already added into our bowl, it calls for 3/4 cups of brown sugar. So I've already made sure that our brown sugar is added, but also whenever you use brown sugar, please pack it down because that gets all of the air bubbles out and it gets the proper amount that you're supposed to have. Also, it calls for 1/2 cup of flour. I used all-purpose flour today. Also, 1/2 cup of oats. I used quick oats, but you can also use old-fashioned oats. Whatever you have on hand for this recipe will be fine. Also, then it calls for 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. I've added them all in our bowl together. So now I'm going to mix them all together. That way they are all evenly far as mixed together, so when we pour them on our mixture here in a few minutes, that way they are all equally measured out. Also, if you're doing these challenges with us, don't forget to post and tag Ashley White and myself on the Caldwell County Family and Consumer Science Facebook page. Let us see the recipes that you tried, so that way we'll see how well you liked them or didn't like them. Please give us your feedback. Okay, I have got them all mixed up really good. So then it calls for far as 1/3 cup of butter. So if you'll notice, I have already got our butter and I've already chopped it up far as into little pieces. So then I'm going to put it in our mixture. And also another tip is that you could cut it up and then put it in the freezer for just a few minutes. That way it's a little bit easier to mix whenever you mix it up. Then it says to cut it in far as our mixture. I am using like a pastry far as brush here. If for some reason or another you don't have one of these, you can use a fork to cut it in as well. Sometimes the butter likes to stick on there. That's why I said sometimes it's better to have it frozen, the butter frozen, so it's easier to work with. So then I'm going to take it and I'm going to add it to far as our 8x8 cooking dish. If you don't have an 8x8 cooking dish, that is okay. You can use a 9x9 or a 9x13. Whatever you have on hand will be fine as well. So I'm going to take our berry mixture. I'm going to go ahead and add it into our pan here. I lost a couple of berries, so I'm going to put them over here. Okay, then I'm going to just kind of evenly spread it out. Okay. Then I'm going to take our crisp mixture, and it calls for just to sprinkle it all over as far as our berries. Also, I know you will notice in the recipe it calls for a non-cooking spray, or non-stick cooking spray, sorry. I did not use any because the pan that I am using is non-stick. So I didn't need to add any more cooking spray to this pan. Now we are ready to put it in the oven. I've already preheated our oven at 375, so we're going to bake it for 30 minutes on 375. I'll show you the finished product here in just a minute.